All right, so Susan, we're sitting here talking about how do people know how to run a SharePoint Saturday event, and you guys have resources, right?
We do, and the number one resource that we have is a OneNote file where we've aggregated stuff from a lot of different people who've put on events. We have it up on a planning site that we need to advertise better so that everybody knows where to go and find this OneNote file. I even think we have it saved out to PDF for the few people that don't do OneNote. Right, so there are some folks that have come pushed back and said, well, OneNote's not something that we actually have and that kind of thing.
So if I'm a SharePoint Saturday organizer, I want to put one on, can I go to SharePointSaturday.org and find this thing?
You need, if you want to put on an event, the very first thing you need to do is contact Michael Lauder. And we need to get his, whatever that default email is.
Yeah.
So I think there is like an mlauder@SharePointSaturday.org, but there's also probably another one that's a generic one. Because what Michael needs to do first is give you an account, because the site where this OneNote file is, you have to authenticate to get in. So you have to sign in. So not just anybody can go and grab the file. Okay, so you have to be somebody that's already had communications with the SharePoint Saturday organization and get an account, find out where that site is, and then go grab that OneNote file.
So walk me through. I'm a new guy, and I want to put on an event in Peoria, Iowa. What do I do? What do I have to do?
You email Michael Lauder, and I think it's the mlauder@SharePoint Saturday, or spsaturday.org.
Me, or what is he going to do?
SharePointSaturday.org.
So is Michael going to vet me, or what is he?
He'll talk to you about what are you trying to do, and make sure that your goals are aligned with what SharePoint Saturday's goals are, which are the event must be free, sponsors pay for the event.
Security.
We don't give away, is that what you mean by security?
Yeah.
We do not give away the list of attendees to the sponsors. The attendees have the option to check on their registration that they are willing to have their information shared with the sponsor. So it's an opt-in type participation to give that attendee list back to the sponsors. It has to be on a Saturday. I think that's about it. Then if you're going to have a SharePoint Saturday event, your event is hosted on the SharePoint Saturday site. You use the SharePoint Saturday logo and the graphic. That's probably not the best thing to do, Mark. And that's probably the most that we do with respect to what you must do in order to participate with a SharePoint Saturday. SharePoint Saturday, the organization, has a list of sponsors and has the capability to collect sponsor donations for an event, so that the people putting on an event don't have to know, how do I go find Exceller, Quest, AvePoint, Global 360 to give me sponsor money. SharePoint Saturday, the organization, can do that for you, tell you how much money that you have available in your budget, and provide you a way to then decide how you want to spend your money for your breakfast, your lunch, your venue, your giveaways. The OneNote file talks about getting that sponsor money. The OneNote file talks about the type of things we expect. So there are must-dos, recommended that you do, nice to do, some options. Must do are, it must be free, it's open to the public, you don't give away the list. I don't know that they're required, but it certainly is expected that you're going to have a breakfast and lunch. I think almost all have speaker shirts for the speakers. Many events have an attendee shirt. There often are, I don't have, the bags.
Yeah.
That sponsors can help pay for. So there's different ways that vendors, sponsors can help donate to the events. But a lot of, again, bags is one of the optional type things. Some people don't like dealing with bags and the giveaways and that type of thing. And then you get into well, if you really want to do something a little set yourself apart, you might do fancier speaker dinners, or a more exotic or high-end giveaway at the raffle.
Smaller one. I'm in the middle of nowhere. What if I want to do one for 30 to 50 people? You guys going to help with that?
Yes, because honestly, that's what it started from, was just a user group, and to serve those communities that aren't the larger metropolitan areas, the Ozarks, Virginia Beach. So it's meant to be where there's an interest. All it takes is somebody who's willing to coordinate the event, and you have attendees who are interested in coming. There is no pre-qualifying size. Size does not matter
Right.
in the case of SharePoint Saturdays. It really should be, can you find people who will come and talk? You hit those core things about free, not giving away the attendees list, and you use the brand. Other than
Right.
that, it can be as small as you want it to be, and as long as the community is getting something from it, mission accomplished.
Thanks, Susan.
Okay.